Yo, let's get right to it. I consider myself to be a well-rounded individual. I know a lot of but I don't know a lot about politics. And what do I do when I don't know a lot about something? I call somebody who does. My guest today is none other than Tramon Arnold. He's the political director for the Dallas County Democratic Party. And if that's not enough, he's also part owner of the Attaché Cigar Lounge in Dallas, Texas. Now that's something I know about. Cigars? Oh yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this interview, and more importantly, I'm hoping that you guys can learn something, since this is free game. Alright, now we're ready to roll.
Okay.
I'm here with Tramon Arnold, the political director for the Dallas County Democratic Party. We're going to do this thing the right way this time. So if you would, introduce yourself and let us know exactly what it is that you do, and whatever you want us to know, go ahead and give it to us right now.
Okay. My name is Tramon Arnold. I'm the political director for the Dallas County Democratic Party. I was born and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas. I've been here in the state of Dallas, Texas for about 6 years. What I did in the past and how I kind of got acclimated with the whole political field is I worked on different campaigns. I've worked on state rep races. I've worked on Senate races. I've also worked on the last few presidential campaigns. Mm-hmm. So I have vast experience as far as just with working campaigns and the inner dwellings of how campaigns work.
Okay. So you said you've been here for about 6 years?
Yes.
Okay. So you got into it back in Arkansas?
Yes. I started, I've always been interested in politics. Mm-hmm. I got started, went to a watch party, and from that watch party, like I said, I was hooked ever since. Yeah. What happened was the candidate that I went to the watch party had lost, and I was just asking questions, how did you lose? What did you think you could do better? Mm-hmm. Things like that. So next day I went and I volunteered to work on the campaign. I volunteered for about 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. From there, they offered me a position, and I've been working campaigns ever since.
Okay. Do you remember your first campaign, who you working for?
My first campaign I worked for was Mike Beebe. He ran for governor in Arkansas. Okay. And that was the first campaign that I worked for.
Okay. And how did that turn out?
Turned out good. He actually won. He won 2 terms. Okay. So that was a really, really good experience. Yeah. I have a really good win-loss record as well. So it went pretty good, and like I said, been doing it ever since.
Okay, cool. So what brought you here to Dallas?
What brought me here to Dallas, first and foremost, was my son. Okay. My son lived here. His mom had got a job here, and she moved here, and I wanted to be closer to my son. Okay. Second of all, there's endless positions and growth here in Dallas, Texas. And I kind of feel like sometimes, you have a limit to where you can go if you're not already in the system pretty much. I'm in my hometown, but I love it here. There's growth, there's opportunity, there's a lot to do as well. So I love it here in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah. So as far as your job goes, give us a pretty basic rundown of what it is that you and your office does.
Okay. What we do here is make sure that any Democrat that's running for office gets elected. That's just first and foremost. Mm-hmm. What I do as a political director, I do a lot of vetting of people that want to run for office. Mm-hmm. I'll give them transparency as far as just with, do I think it's a good fit? Also, just let them know their demographics, what they need to do to possibly win, mm-hmm. and things like that. I also do a lot of outreach. I go in the community. I do a lot of voter education, voter registration drives, and just like I said, just let people know the importance of voting and mm-hmm. why we're here, and also to let them know that their vote counts. Right. So I have a big responsibility as the political director here, and what we're trying to do is to keep Dallas County blue, mm-hmm. primarily, and in the long run make Texas blue.
Okay, sounds good to me. So I guess when you started out doing not doing what you do now, but when you started out, you started as a volunteer?
Yes.
Okay, and then they just saw your work ethic and tenacity, and they were like, we want him on full time or part time, or however. Is it part time when you?
Well,
your first paid position was
my first paid position was a full time position.
Okay.
I worked from 8 to 8 every day.
That's a little bit more than full time.
I worked 8 to 8 every day. My day primarily went making phone calls and knocking on doors. So I'm a grassroots guy. So I know how to get down to do the nitty gritty stuff to win campaigns. So I've learned from the best. My mentor, God rest his soul, his name was Curl Willis, and he pretty much taught me everything I know as far as just with getting out in the community and engaging with the community. Back in the civil rights movement, of course, the foundation of politics was the black church. So I do a lot of outreach with the black churches here. Freddie Haynes is here, and he is in the community, and he's definitely a political pastor. And, he pretty much says what's on his mind. So I definitely respect his movement. But I definitely, like I said, I'm a grassroots guy, so I get out in the community and things like that. That's my forte. Yeah.
So if anybody was looking to get into politics and following your footsteps, kind of do the same, take the same route you took, I guess that would the easiest and most simple way would be to volunteer.
To volunteer, also to ask questions.
Ask questions. Who you asking? The politicians or
ask the politicians like questions? Ask me questions. Get involved with your county party. Get involved with your state party, and just like I said, anything that you want to know, ask questions, because you cannot find out anything if you don't ask the questions. As my grandma used to say, closed mouth don't get fed. So if you want to do something, if you want any information, you have to ask questions.
Can they come by here?
They can come by here.
This is 1414 North Washington?
Yes, 1414 North Washington Avenue, or you can give me a call. I'm on all social media platforms. And also, you can go on our website, www.dallasdemocrats.org. And like I said, we're on there. We have a calendar of events and things that we have going on. So definitely, if you have any questions, definitely reach out. I'm easy to be found.
For sure. So getting back into what you guys do around here, I know you do a lot of voter outreach and voter registration drive. Do you find yourself, or do you find it beneficial to try and get people who aren't necessarily Democratic voters, or is it more so you focus on your demographic and the people you know who are gonna come out? But if they come out to vote, they're gonna vote Democratic.
Yes, we primarily focus on people that are going to vote Democrat, and people that kind of the mid ground. And actually, there are a lot of Republicans that actually vote Democrat. So we have a record of how people vote and things like that with a system called the Voter Activation Network. So what we can do is go in, we can type in your information, and we can kind of see how you voted in the past election cycle. So that's how we kind of break down of who we need to reach out to, and things like that.
Okay, so say you make these phone calls, you go door to door. What is it that you're saying to the people once you make contact with them?
And that's where the outreach comes into play. We typically have a script that we go by and that people go by of why you should vote for this candidate, why we feel like it's the best candidate for the position, and where to vote and what day to vote. So we just definitely want to always educate and let people know of the candidate and why they should vote for him. Okay,
and with you specifically, have you the types of campaign you've worked on? I know you're based here in Dallas County, but do you work on larger campaigns, or is everything mostly local?
Most of what I do here is local. With me working in politics for so long, I do have friends around the country, and we'll consult and with each other, and about the different things that we possibly need to do, or things that could work in that area. With me having a more of a clergy and outreach background, they always reach out to me as far as just, okay, what do I need to, how do I need to reach out to this pastor? Or what kind of events do I need to do in the community to engage people? So, we consult and we counsel within, our different little political groups that we have out there, and to help each other out.
Okay. So when you say you have a clergy background, does that mean you've worked with a lot of pastors over the years?
I've worked with a lot of pastors. My father is a pastor as well, so
that's where
I've grown up in it. And at one point, my father had the largest black church in Arkansas.
Okay.
So that's how I met a lot of pastors and clergy. Not necessarily in Arkansas, but throughout the nation. A lot of people know of him, and that kind of helped me out as well. So. A lot of times, people ask me, the different things, to do. And when I say outreach, I mean things like, doing barber and beauty shop voter registration drives, because typically on Fridays and Saturdays, we're either at the barber shop and the women, or, at the beauty salon on Fridays or Saturdays. So I always feel like that's a good time to get out and register voters. And just, little small things like that. You may not think of that it'll be a big deal, but it's actually a big deal. Yeah.
So was your dad, was he active in the political scene too?
No, he really wasn't active in the political scene. He actually kind of shied away from it. And, so it was kind of a yin and yang thing with me and him. But I definitely use his resources, that he had to help me out as far as just with my political journey.
Okay. So say if somebody wanted to do what you did right now, they want to do the exact same thing. Is there whose number are they calling?
Well,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, if they're interested in working in politics and doing what I've doing. First and foremost, is not a overnight thing or something you can learn overnight. It takes working on campaigns, winning campaigns, and losing campaigns, because you need to see the good with the bad. And it took me a while to see the bad because I was winning so many campaigns. And when I worked for Hillary and we didn't lose, that was the first campaign I lost. And I just remember being hurt that she lost, but yet and still knowing that, okay, she didn't win, but we still have a Democratic candidate that we need to get in office, and that happened to be Barack Obama. So he ended up, like I said, they 10 days after she conceded, they called me, sent me to South Beach. I worked Dade County, and I worked Dade County as an outreach coordinator. From there, I used to have so many people coming to the office. They actually had to give me my own office because I was having so many people come in and helping out, and they just didn't have the room for all the people that they had that were coming in for me. So, like I said, I love what I do. I'm humble with this position, and I just want to do my best and just make sure that I make my stamp on Dallas County.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Seems like you're doing it.
Thank you.
It seems like y'all got some good stuff in motion. Anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to make sure that the people hear you saying?
Well, the main and most important thing is to get out and vote. If you're not registered to vote, get registered to vote. We have to make sure that we set the foundation now for 2020. We can't wait until July of next year to try to do some campaigning and try to get people involved and engaged with the whole political process. We have to do that now. We have to start now. So, if you have questions, ask questions. Hold your constituencies, hold them accountable. Hold your state reps accountable. Hold your senators accountable. If you have questions, ask. If you want to see something done, make your voice heard. The only way that we can make this happen and turn Texas blue is if we get out and do the work and ask questions. So that's what we have to do. Yes, sir. And that's what I would probably say to everybody.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I appreciate your time. I know we had a little mix up in there, but I do appreciate your time and your patience with me doing all this thing, man.
No problem, man.
Hopefully I can help you and you can help me reach other people outside of this room. I mean, that's what it's all about.
No doubt, no
You
doubt.
know, like you doing your thing, reaching out to people saying, hey, get out here and vote, you know, for the right candidate as well. This is just me saying, hey, here's another avenue for, you know, if you get out of college lost or get out of high school lost, don't know what you're going to do, what your next move is going to be, hopefully, you know, somebody can say, well, I can volunteer for the Democratic Party, or I can, you know, that's kind of what I'm here for, just trying to give people different avenues and, you know, a little bit more insight on what other people are doing out here aside from what you always see, because there's a lot of ways to get to make your situation better. Right. And I just want people to know, you know, I want to open people's eyes up to, you know, see the millions of ways out here to, you know, not only make a dollar, but also to fulfill yourself and make your little piece of the world a better place. Right. So, you know, that's what I'm here for. But I appreciate everything.
No problem.
Yeah, man, I'm sure we'll talk soon about one thing or another.
Yeah. And also, definitely want to say, as far as just we're getting out in the community, we're doing that now, and we're getting involved in the community now. A lot of times you hear people in the community say, well, we don't hear from you until election time. No, you about to hear from me now. I'm about to be at events. You know, I'm about to be everywhere. You're gonna see my face everywhere. And I've definitely been around Dallas County. I've been to a ton of events, and I definitely want, like I said, to put my stamp on this city, as well as politically, as well as, you know, getting out in the community and building relationships that way as well.
All right. Well, I'm down with it, man.
All right.
I wish you much continued success.
Appreciate you, man.
In everything you do, and I appreciate this. And
appreciate you.
We're gonna see where we go from here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so we back again with Tramon Arnold. This time we're doing the other side of what he does. We're here at the Attaché Cigar Lounge right here in Oak Cliff, on Camp Wisdom. So if you would just give us a little bit of background on how you came to own this place and what's coming up for it.
Okay, well, I do have stake ownership in the lounge. We're an upscale cigar lounge. We're sitting over 6,200 square feet. We have plush leather seat throughout the whole lounge. So, you know, we don't have chairs that you sit in and you're uncomfortable. We actually have plush leather seating. So, you know, if you want to, if you want to converse with someone, or if you want to be by yourself, smoke your cigar and not be bothered, we have areas for that. We are the largest cigar lounge in the state of Texas. We're sitting, like I said, over 6,200 square feet, black owned and operated.
All right, so last time we talked to you, we were talking about you being the political director of the Democratic Party in Dallas County. So those two things don't necessarily match up.
Right.
So I'm interested to know how you got into the whole into owning a cigar lounge.
Well, it actually coincided with each other. So when I was on the campaign trail, I started actually smoking cigars on the campaign trail. I just kind of needed some downtime after working 12, 14-hour days, so I started smoking cigars. I don't know how to do anything halfway. You know, once I like something and once I put my mind to something, I definitely just go full fledged with it. So I've been smoking cigars for a while now, and just kind of gave me the opportunity just to dive in more into the whole cigar, because it's a culture. It's a culture. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of. Not so much a hobby, but just like a pastime that you kind of enjoy, and you say, I'm hopping this thing full fledged. Because it's along the lines of, if you love it, you never have to work a day in your life.
Right.
Yeah, but looking at this place, I just had a tour. Looking at this place, a bunch of work we did go into. Like, you didn't just say to yesterday, I want to open a cigar lounge, and then boom, it happened. It's a lot of work went into this place. So kind of talk about that process, man, like how, from the day you said, I want to open up a cigar shop to today. The grand opening is tomorrow, by the way.
Yes, the grand opening is Saturday. The grand opening is Saturday. But this used to be Aaron's furniture rental. So we had to take down walls. We had to put up walls. It was a lot of work to put in. We went into this. We had to redo the floors. So it was a lot of work that got put into this. So like I said, hard work and dedication. You know, we definitely got everything up. You know, this is basically my baby, the humidor. You know, so you know, I'm in charge of all the cigars, making sure that we have inventory that people want, people like. So, like I said, definitely, just hard work. And the reason why we wanted to open the cigar lounge is because we wanted, there's a lot of things that we weren't seeing in cigar lounges that we wanted to offer people. So that's why we opened up the cigar lounge, just to bring something different to the table.
Okay, so you said this is your baby. We standing in the humidor right now.
Yeah, this is my baby.
This is your baby. So how many partners do you have, and what are the things that they kind of?
It's 4 different people. Everybody has their lanes. The cigars, especially the boutique cigars, is my lane. Boutique cigars are basically the cigars that are owned by people that are not, like a big label like Perdomo and different other, big names. So we definitely want to specialize in boutique brands, just to offer some brands that are hard to get. So that's why, like I said, we definitely, this humidor will be packed with cigars. I mean, we have a nice selection now, but like I said, it'll be cigars everywhere in here, definitely by the opening.
Oh yeah. So the other 3 people, what are their main, who are they, first of all?
We have Jason. Jason is the main owner of the cigar lounge. His lane is, like I said, just basically the overall production of the cigar lounge as well as the bar. So he takes care of the bar. We have Rick. Rick does a lot of the security, inventory, and making sure that we have the major brands like the Flatheads and Scorpions, Crazy Houses and things like that. So we just he just makes sure that we has the big brands, and his wife. So she does all of the admin stuff. So she makes sure that daily operation is going the way it's supposed to go.
Okay. So this is a whole group effort to get this thing.
Yes.
Okay. So when I do these videos, I like to present some type of education to the viewers, whoever may see this video. Tell us something about group investing, because you could probably take on something like this by yourself financially, but with 4 people, talk about how much easier, or how that kind of lighten the load on you.
Well, it lightens the load because one person, it's hard for one person to do it all. I don't know everything as far as just on the business aspect of things. So, that's, not my strength. I know my strength is, knowing a lot about the cigars, and also with what I do for a living, I know a lot of high clientele people, so we can get them to come in, get big memberships, and have a place where they can come and just when they want to get away. So it's so much easier when you have different people that are, that have strengths that are not your strengths. So everything kind of balances itself out.
Right. You can slice that pie up however you need to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So with this location being right here on campus, kind of in the heart of Black Dallas,
Yes.
if you will.
Yes.
How important do you think it is that you guys were here as opposed to somewhere else where, you got high dollar clientele walking up and down the street?
Well, we want to show that, we are from the community, so we wanted to give back to the community.
Right.
So we could have had this cigar spot in a lot of different other places, but we wanted to be in the heart of the city, and definitely heart of Black Dallas. So that's why this was a perfect location. So that's why we chose this area.
Do you have plans to grow?
Yes, we definitely have plans to grow. Once this kicks off, we definitely want to open up different stores around the area. But like I said, this is definitely going to be the flagship store, and this is going to be, like I said, the flagship and the start. So we definitely want to expand.
Yeah, and it's looking nice with 64, 68?
Yeah, at least 6,400 square feet.
Yeah, that's better than the flagship. I don't see it getting much bigger. Not in keeping the same quality.
Right.
Because what I've seen is it's pretty dang nice. Like I told you, I was pleasantly surprised when I walked in. I'm like, damn, they got it hooked up in here. So I came here today, and I came here at the time that I came because I know you have an event.
Yes.
Is that going to be a big staple of the cigar lounge?
Well, the big staple of the cigar lounge is us being a private lounge.
Okay.
So, like I said, you have to have membership just to participate in any activities you want, get the Platinum Plus room or anything like that, you have to have a membership. With us not having the grand opening yet, we're just kind of allowing people if they want to have small events and things like that before we get on the books to have those events and things like that.
It may sound fun to come from. I'm proud of you, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I'm proud of what you got going on.
A lot of hard work, man.
Yeah.
A lot of sleepless nights. A lot. A lot.
Yeah, man. Cause I mean, even with the stuff I'm doing, like I got a lot of sleepless nights, but that's just cause I don't want to shortchange my family. On the amount of time I get to spend with them, because I'm doing something out of, this is something I feel like it's important. But family comes first over everything. So them sleepless nights, man, they get real. Sleepless nights, early mornings.
Man, that's my life.
Yeah.
Then I have 14-year-old calling needing A, B, C, and D. So I get it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So shoot, man. I don't know. I want to say I'll be here Saturday. I'll let you know.
But just let me know.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Just let me know, man.
So what I'm gonna do now? I'm just gonna sweep through here and get some
That's fine.
B-roll shots.